What's up, my YouTube friends? How y'all doing? I hope you're having a blessed day. As for me, I'm good, thank God. Welcome back. If you are new, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Momo. I am self-taught and I love to do nails. So in today's video, I'm gonna be showing y'all how I apply the acrylic. So this is gonna be a little practice acrylic application. So anyway, yeah, y'all, let's get right into this video. Alright, y'all, in the beginning of the video, y'all see that I show y'all that glue. That glue is from Family Dollar, and when I tell y'all that glue is banging, that glue is banging. So if y'all got a Family Dollar, or they probably even got it like in Walmart, Target, stuff like that. But child, when I tell you that glue is good and it sticks fast, I mean, like it dries fast, that thing dries fast. Alright, I'm telling you, I bought a couple of them and I'm glad I did. But anyway, I'm right here, I'm just sizing up the tips on the I'm just sizing up the tips, you know, to applying them on the damn practice hand. And then we're gonna get into the, you know, the powder to liquid ratio. Right here, all you're gonna see me doing is bending in the tips to the natural nail beds, and that's about it. To pick up the liquid to powder ratio, a lot of people swipe their brush, right? There's from here, like from here, they just like a little bit right there to pick up a big bead. If you want to pick up a medium bead, you start from the middle, like you swipe from here all the way. You swipe from here to the middle to pick up a medium bead, like this. See, up to the middle to pick up a medium bead, and then to pick up a small bead, you'll swipe the whole brush to pick up a small bead. That's what they say. Me, I like to tap. I'll tap once like that, pick up my big bead. To pick up a medium bead, I'll tap twice and pick up a medium bead, and then I'll tap 3 times to pick up a small bead. But it all depends on your pressure that you're putting on to pick up the bead also. Okay, because you can like tap twice, right? But you still can pick up a big bead depending on the pressure and how long you're holding on to the powder. Okay, so you know, like, just when you're gonna want a small bead, make sure you take enough liquid out your brush and just tap like slowly. See, tap slowly, that's it. You want a big bead, like I said, I only tap right at the top, and then you tap like 3 times, and then you pick up a big bead. Want to pick up a medium bead, I'll tap twice, 1, 2, and then, you know, 1, 2, 3, like that. You know, it also got to do with the pressure of your brush onto the powder also, you know. So just keep that in mind too, you know. So I'm gonna try to do it like this, just swipe, just to, you know, swipe just the tip off, I mean here off a little bit at the top, like that. You see it? See? Only right here, I'm letting liquid out. That's to pick up a big bead. If I want to pick up a medium bead, I'll all the way to like the middle of the brush. And if I want to get a small bead, mostly all of it to the tip. Swipe mostly all of it to the tip. So I'm gonna start with a big bead because I always like to start right here. at the tip of the nail. Okay, where the tip is glued on, that's where I like to start, because that's where your apex at. And you can always add, you know, the second bead on top of that one, and the third bead on top of that one. And right while you're doing that, you're building up your apex also. So I'll do that. Since I want a big bead, I make sure like I tapped in there enough so it can give me a big bead. If you don't want a big bead, try not to tap in so much and not too hard. I haven't messed with Mia's Secret acrylic in so long. Like, these were one of my first powders I bought. Next thing you know, I get introduced to other powders, and then I push all of these to the side. And then when I go back to it, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe. You know, you start getting the feeling of other acrylics that you forget how these work and feel, and then you be like, oh my God, these work as great too. I thought it was bad. I thought it wasn't no good. No, it's that, you know, you get introduced to other acrylics and you forget about these. And believe it or not, you be like, wow, these work good. And this Mia's Secret, what is it? Cover beige, it got little glitter in it, like little shimmers of glitter in it. It's so pretty, this color. Now I'm gonna apply the second bead right above that one. And this time I did it from the middle of the brush, because I only want a medium bead. My problem is that I swipe so much. Like, I do this a lot. And I need to stop that, because right here where I'm trying to build up the apex, I'm bringing that acrylic more down and I'm flattening it. And what I'm doing is flattening the apex. I gotta take that into consideration. Like, stop swiping so much, Momo. Stop swiping so much. The acrylic already look fine, you see? Like, I don't know how to leave it alone. See? Now, the third bead is gonna be the cuticle bead. Oh wow, I'm loving this Mia's Secret acrylic. And especially this color, so pretty. Mostly all cover beige comes with little shimmer in there, right? I noticed that. Even young nails is like that too. see that? To me, I think it needs a little bit more right here for the apex. And maybe some right here, but not really. Especially if you're building up nails this long, you're going to need to build up the apex a little bit more. A lot of people like it like that. A lot of people like it like this. They don't like the nails too thick, especially, you know, which this is not really thick at all, but you really got to build up the apex, you know. So let's do the apex a little bit more. Now I want to add just a little bit more in the cuticle, just a little bit more. Okay, this is how I won't do this if I'm using a color acrylic. Okay, I will not build up my nails like this if I'm using color acrylic. If I'm gonna use color acrylic, I'm just gonna paint a thin layer on it. I'm just gonna paint a thin layer. I'm not gonna build no apex. I'm not gonna do no 1 bead I mean, yeah, I might do like 2 beads or whatever, you know, but I'm not gonna build up the apex. I'm not going to build up the thickness with the color acrylic. I'm going to do that with the clear. Okay, so I'm just showing you how I would do it if I, you know, building up a nail with the clear acrylic. But the only thing, you know, obviously I'm just using cover beige just so you can see it, because clear you can't really see it like that. See? Let's try this again. When the brushes are not crimped, you don't be knowing like which way. See how this bead was different from the first bead that I picked up from the first nail? That's okay. Like this one was like a water consistency, and that's okay because you can always build up. Okay. A lot of people will be like, ah, no, let me throw that bead away and pick up a newer bead, you know, bigger. I mean, you don't have to. You could just place it on and just build up more, you know? This is my second bead. And with the second bead, I picked up a big bead again. Just because the first bead didn't give me enough coverage. See? That's why they say, you know, you gotta know how to work with the acrylic. Yeah, see, with this nail, the consistency of the bead that I grabbed was more watery. It was more water than this one, right? Well, that's okay. Because you don't have to only just do 1, 2, 3 beads. You know, you can always add more. Which, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick up a big bead this time so I can put it around the apex area and to see if it gives me enough coverage for the whole nail. But if I had it down packed the first time with my first bead and it gave me enough coverage, the first bead that I put on, then with this bead I didn't have to do a big bead. I would have just had to do like a small bead just to build up around the apex, exactly like I did with this nail. But since the first bead with this nail didn't give me enough coverage for the whole nail, because you still can see it has like a little, you know, translucent look in there. That's why I'm gonna pick up a big bead again this time so it can give me enough coverage and to build up on the apex more. Like I said, you see I didn't do it to this one with my third or fourth bead because the first bead that I did on this one gave me enough coverage to cover the whole nail. So that's why you gotta, like, you know, see like how and what to do at what time, you know, at when it's necessary, like the beads, and how big and how small when it's necessary. I want a bigger bead in that. Now I'm gonna add a little bit more on the cuticle area, just a little bit. Now I want to add a little bit right here, just because I see a little translucent look right there. And if, you know, when you go filing, you don't want to file all that off and then stay with nothing there. Took me a while to figure this application out, okay? Took me a whole year to figure out how I want to apply my application and how to do it and how to pick up the bead and all that, okay? Took me a whole year. You can add more around here if you want, or you can just leave it like that and file. I'm gonna add a little bit more right there. You know what I noticed? That my monomer gets dirty so fast. Whatever. That means just use a little bit of monomer, because if you put a lot of monomer in there and your monomer gets dirty like that, you're gonna throw that monomer away. You're gonna waste all that monomer. So you can just apply a little bit at a time. So if it gets dirty, at least you know you don't have that much in there to throw away. You know, jelly bean. You know. If you don't know, you better know now. I liked it, that bead. Oh, I'm loving this cover powder. And to me, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's the weather. Because to me, I think that this powder is working better now in the summer than it was in the winter. Because in the winter, this shit was watering. You see me doing like this a lot to the sides. That's because I want my sides to be nice and thin and straight, you know? I don't want it to be all fat and bulky. I'm gonna add some more around here. I can need it right here. I just want to put this out real quick that the way I'm doing things in this video, the way is how I do it. I'm not telling y'all that this is how you should do it. This is how it's supposed to go. This is how it's supposed to be, or none of that, okay? I'm just showing y'all how I apply my acrylics when I do it, okay? And I'm just showing y'all because y'all might can learn from it too, you know? So that's why I'm just showing y'all how I do it, okay? And that's why I'm putting the content out there for y'all, because you know y'all might learn from this also, okay? So please bear with me, y'all, okay? Like, I am self-taught. So yeah, and thank you for tuning in. So what's up, my YouTube friends? How y'all doing? If you made it this far and y'all stuck y'all stuck and y'all stood to the end of this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate you for doing that. Thank you so much. And if you have not hit that subscribe button, Missy or Mr. or I want y'all to join me in my little nail journey I got going on up in here on YouTube, and and learn from what I put out, and I want to learn from y'all too. So yeah, so if y'all got any advices, any comments, any suggestions of what y'all learned from this video, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, I would love to hear y'all feedbacks on what y'all thought about this type of content, or what y'all learned, just what y'all learned on this, what y'all learned from this video, period. Like, I want to know what y'all learned, because I learned by watching videos like this. Okay, like, I also went to YouTube. Well, I am also in YouTube University, y'all. Just like y'all, I'm in YouTube University too. Okay, that's how I'm learning. Okay, so I've watched different YouTube videos like this from different YouTubers, and that's how I learned. I learned a little bit from this one. I learned a little bit from that one. I learned I learned there's not only one way of doing things. Okay. So if you see another person doing it a different way, and then you see me doing it a different way, that's what's up. Because you're going to be like, oh, and then you can put all that together and be like, okay, then I can do it like this, and I can do it like that. Because that's how I learned. I was like, all right, I don't got to do it just like the way they telling me to do it, or because look at the way she did it and it came out right, or look at the way he did, so you can just build it yourself and create it your own way when you watch different videos of how to apply acrylic. Okay, just take you can take that into consideration, and because it's like they say, it's not only one way of doing things. Okay, at the end, long as you come out with some good results, then you did a good thing. Okay, so yeah, I guess thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for staying to the end. Like I said, if you learned anything from this video, leave me a comment down below, or if there's anything that I should know that I don't know and you think that I should know, leave that comment. Let me know any of your suggestions. So yeah, if I need to come back in, I'll come back again, or not. This is going to be my outro, y'all. Okay, so I love y'all. Stay safe. Stay blessed and be safe out there, y'all. Okay, love y'all. Bye. Okay, I'm just gonna take my since you can see on the application, it was a pretty good application. I don't hardly have any bulks that I need to take down. I don't have a lot of lumps and bumps and all that, so I don't need to do too much filing. All I'm gonna be doing is taking the hand file, and I'm just gonna be filing up the sidewalls and the free edge to bring my shape back, to get all that nice and crisp and all that good stuff. And then I will be going in with my e-file, and I'm going to use my medium, which I didn't have to use my medium. I could have used a fine one, a fine carbide bit, but I will be using a medium carbide bit to go around the cuticle area. Like I said, I didn't have to use a medium one. I could have used a fine one because my acrylic application, it is nice and smooth. You know, I do not need to go on the whole nail with the e-file, because like I said, is a good application. As you can see right here, I am going around the cuticle area, and then I might just take it a little bit down on the whole nail, just a little bit, but not too much. I'm not putting too much pressure if I'm going down the nail with the e-file. I am not putting too much pressure, like I said, because I don't need to take out any bulk. I don't have any lumps or bumps or none of that good stuff. The application, it is pretty smooth. Okay, so I'll be just like buffing a little bit. Right here, you see me going down the nail with the e-file. That's because I'm like buffing the nail just a little bit. I'm not putting too much pressure. Okay, so yeah, and then like, yeah, I didn't have to do it with the e-file. I could have just did it with the hand file, and then just use the e-file just to go around the cuticle area. That's about it. But if I really want to buff the whole nail out, I could just do it with my hand, with the hand file, and that's about it. Or I can use a fine or medium sanding band with the mandrel bit and file the whole nail like that, you know, instead of using the hand file. I hope I made sense, y'all. I hope I made sense. But yeah, that's all I'll be doing. And guess what, y'all? I'm glad I did this because now I got a nice clean canvas for my nail mail giveaway that I won from Lizzie Nails. I won a giveaway from Lizzie Nails, and it's Maniology stamping plates. Yes, I got stamping plates, like, you know, from Amazon and all that stuff. And for some freaking reason, doesn't apply right, and I get so mad because I be wanting to use it and it doesn't go on right. So I'm happy to see how that Maniology works. When she uses it, it comes out banging. I don't know what the fuck did she do, but the stamping comes out great. Like, it comes out really good. So I can't wait to try out that Maniology stamping kit that I won from her giveaway. Yep. So now I got a nice clean canvas for it. Yep. So anyway, after this, you put on your top coat, you'll decorate it, do whatever the hell you want after this. But anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Stay safe and stay blessed, y'all. Bye. Oh, wait. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.